tarragon chicken, a delicious one-pot wonder.
With the best sauce in the whole land. We're going to make my crème fraîche roast chicken.
Crème fraîche roast chicken is extraordinary. A chicken, tarragon, crème fraîche, a lemon, some potatoes, olive oil, salt and pepper.
And a little bit of wine.
Not to drink, but make the sauce, but that's later on.
Yeah, that's later. We don't need that yet.
But you've got to tell the story about where this whole dish came from, because it's really important.
Well, you should. I was going to say to you, do you remember when I made this for you?
You've made this for me many times.
No, but it was the first thing I cooked for you. Not on MasterChef,
Right.
but it was the first thing that I cooked for you on one of our dates.
Is that right?
Yes, and you don't remember. I remember the first thing you cooked for me.
Yeah.
I remember it so well, and you don't remember this.
Go on then, what was the first thing I cooked for you?
Clams.
Okay, and what happened to those clams?
You cooked me clams with
Yeah.
onions and bacon. They were absolutely delicious. You set them on the table. Before you even got to the table, I'd eaten the whole bowl of them.
Yes, that's right.
And you were really cross about it.
I wasn't cross about it. I
But
was
at least I remember.
But you ate them like this. Well,
At least I remember.
yeah. Well, I remember this because we've eaten so many times.
Not for
Okay,
for
tarragon.
the first thing I cooked.
Crème fraîche is interesting.
Quite sad, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's really, look how we are together and we're still making this. Crème fraîche is interesting and it's available all around the world, which is great. But crème fraîche has actually been cooked already and that's why it's stable. So if you were to use sour cream, it can split. Double cream doesn't really work. Crème fraîche is both tart, but because it's been cooked as well, it actually holds together. So when the chicken's roasted, it makes the sauce.
And the light crème fraîche doesn't work. So it works for certain things that you're not going to cook, but if you're going to cook with it, don't use the light crème fraîche because it doesn't hold like this one.
Go full fat. Tarragon, an amazing herb, probably one of the king of herbs. Usually its majesty is with chicken. It loves chicken. Chicken and tarragon together is a
That's
really
what
good.
my mum used to make me whenever I used to ask for a birthday dinner, because my mum was a brilliant cook.
Yeah.
I used to say, I used to request chicken tarragon.
Chicken tarragon.
But it wasn't quite like this. Sometimes she did it like this. Sometimes she did it in a proper tarragon sauce. I'm just going to use a lemon, just the zest of the lemon, and then I'm going to use an end of a lemon to plug my sauce and keep it in the chicken.
For anybody who's never had tarragon before, it comes in two bits, little leaves and stalks. And the stalks you don't really want to have. You take those leaves off. If you take the stalks, though, and you put them into a bottle of vinegar, they will become tarragon vinegar. And tarragon vinegar is what makes béarnaise sauce.
Oh, it's my favourite.
If anybody who thinks, well, I've never had tarragon before, I don't know what it tastes like, but you've had béarnaise, that lovely sort of aniseed, rounding, wonderful herbaceous flavour, that is what tarragon is all about.
Yeah, it's sort of a light aniseed, isn't it? It's not strong aniseed.
It's not like Pernod.
No, it's not like Pernod.
Or like a sort of gobstopper, one of those, or a licorice sweet. It's a lot softer than that.
That's probably fine now.
Is that enough?
Yeah, you can just give that a little chop.
Fine. And if you're going to use tarragon, then the other thing is to make sure that you really, you can chop it, like Lisa wants it chopped. Or if I was in a kitchen, I would always ask people to tear it.
Yeah, well, it won't. The thing is that if you were in a kitchen and you were doing it not in a sauce and you wanted it, it goes black very quickly. It goes really dark and it bruises. I think that's probably the word that we could say. But it goes really, it doesn't hold very well. It's a very delicate herb. I still freeze it, even though it goes pretty mushy. I still use it from the freezer.
When you use herbs, stick them up near your nose, give them a smell.
Say, where are you going to stick them?
And then what they smell. There's that lovely smell that goes in. So in there we've got crème fraîche, we've got lemon rind, tarragon, all mixed together with some black pepper. That's good. I'll keep the rest of that tarragon, so I'll make some tarragon vinegar later on.
And then we just take our chook.
I'm glad you called it a chicken. And usually chickens are tied already. There's a little tie on them, which is good. And we fill the inside. Now,
The cavity.
We talk about these Marisas all the time. A big spoon works, but as you can see, Lisa puts the Marisa in with a big amount of the crème fraîche and then sort of lets it scrape it out so it sort of cleans that lovely spatula. But that looks like a lot of sauce going in there because it needs to be a lot of sauce.
Well, it does, and it's so delicious, you don't want to scrimp on it. But what I tend to do, and this is why I love these Maurices, really we should be sponsored by these because we talk about them like we are.
What's amazing about chickens and poultry is because in the sort of Western world, we always cook a chicken or a duck and we season the outside of it. But the skin on the outside of a chicken or a duck or something similar is just the skin. Once the skin comes off, the seasoning's all gone. Whereas in many places in France and Asia, they season the inside of the bird first, like we're doing here, and the flavour goes from the inside and goes into the flesh, which makes a massive difference.
So that lemon, I've got cut an edge off, or John has. He's not cut the nice edge, but anyway, he's cut a bit too much. But I just want a little bit less.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. It's all right, love. If you usually make this, not...
Yes, I do usually make this. You know, I did make it once on our first one of our first dates, but you know, some people can't remember. Anyway, let's stick that in there. That will
That was nice.
that will plug.
Stick that in there.
So that lemon there is sort of acting as a plug to stop all that sauce falling out. Some will, but at least we sort of keep some in there. And then just a little drizzle of olive oil. I'm going to wash my hands, and salt and pepper, and you've got some potatoes.
Yeah, so some potatoes, just small potatoes. I kept them cold. But this chicken can take about an hour and 15 minutes in the oven at 180 degrees. You want it to cook all the way through, and we want that sauce to be able to flow out of the chicken. Take the potatoes, a little bit of oil around the outside, and then season them with a little bit of salt, a good grind of pepper. Sprinkle those around the outside, like buffalo girl, around the outside.
And a little bit of oil on our chick.
Yep. Screw those down, and then a little bit of oil on the chicken. Now, turn that around. A little bit of oil on there.
Lovely.
Enough.
Little bit of pepper.
A little pepper in your life.
There we go.
Some salt across the top.
And that you just bang in the oven for about 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Lisa's extraordinary self-saucing chicken.
The kitchen's smelling gorgeous.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, properly crispy potatoes. Look at those spuds and how perfect they are.
Yeah, they're lovely. And we haven't even parboiled those. I'm having that you
Oh,
grilled up.
chef's right. Get all the lovely juice around the outside to make our gravy.
It's going to be a gorgeous sauce.
Right, I'm going to get a plate for the potatoes,
Yep.
a glass of wine, because we need it for the sauce.
This chicken will stay warm and those potatoes will stay warm. So everyone sort of worries that, oh gosh, if you're waiting making this sauce and you're leaving the chicken to rest a bit, it's not going to be warm. But it does. It stays warm for quite a while.
You're taking the elastic off the legs,
I have.
so that comes off.
And then I'm going to tip all of this out. So I don't know if you want to lift him up, our chuck.
Yeah. So then I'm going to lift it up, and you're going to take the plug out, which is the lemon, and watch what's going to happen.
That's really attractive for lots of people. So then we take out all of that sauce, and you can see it's sort of cooked. Well, it has cooked, not sort of cooked. I'm just making sure I scrape it all out. You're then going to take that chicken and slice it.
I take that there at the moment, and you're going to put the tray on the heat. So
I am.
in there, when we think about what was inside, tarragon, crème fraîche, a little bit of lemon. The baked lemon now is going to be squeezed out, so you get that lovely flavour of cooked lemon as well. And then all the juice, look inside that pan right now. You can see all that lovely dark colour underneath there. That pan's not hot, so I have just picked it up, it's fine. On the heat to make the sauce. Whilst Lisa makes the sauce, I'm going to carve the chicken.
So we get the heat on. And I just start to whisk that sauce, all those lovely bits from the tray, the chicken juices.
And what we need is a glass of wine.
So white wine to make the sauce. So it becomes a white wine sauce. But remember, by using wine and cooking it out, the alcohol disappears because you're cooking the alcohol out. So a good glass of wine. Add the wine.
Yep, add a glass of wine. And let that sauce just bubble away.
You may be asking why we're not making a sauce in a pot. If we want all the juices and all the flavor from that pan, the acid in the wine just helps to bring it up together.
But this now fragrant smelling sauce of white wine, tarragon, crème fraîche,
Sharp but sweet altogether will go beautifully with our chicken.
as the sauce starts to reduce and cook, I now get to carve the chicken.
So for me, there's a couple of easy ways to carve a chicken, but it's the way in which you look at it. So if we look at the chicken, legs and thighs, wings and breast, they're really the 4 parts. And so I'm going to cut the breasts and the thighs, cut it all off the bone, and then carve up the breasts. First of all, take the thigh and leg off by just snipping it and pushing it away with a knife. See how beautifully that chicken's cooked?
You make this look so easy.
And then take your leg and thigh, it's there, cut down the middle. Sauce is smelling amazing.
It really is, isn't it? And look how it's thickening up. And all those lovely crispy bits from the bottom of the tray are coming off.
Aye.
And then take the wing off at the back with a little bit of breast.
So the wing, and the wing is my favorite part. I love the wing. And then the breast. It's got a little sort of almost a diagram of the chicken. It tells you down the middle, you can see there's the indentation there. That's the center part of the breast. That's where the knife goes. And if you go and you're taking off this side, you just push with the knife. Don't have to carve it. Just push. And the breast will come away from the bone. And we've got all that there, which I'm just going to leave for a second and do the other side. So leg and thigh.
And that sauce is pretty much done. You can reduce it a little bit more,
Final breast.
but it's a lovely, lovely light gravy.
There you go. And our lovely chicken, all free of all its lovely meat. Turn the breast over. Add the wing not cut on. And the reason I'm piling up the chicken on top of the potatoes is so all the juice from that chicken, all that lovely chicken juice goes over the top. And the smell of that sauce is just something fantastic.
To pick this up, just slide your knife underneath the chicken breast, range it on the plate. It's not supposed to look absolutely beautiful, it's just supposed to be entertaining and delicious for the whole family. That's the whole idea.
Just pour this into my jug.
The sauce smells great. I just snuck a small amount of chicken.
Did she? That's not like you.
And the flavour of the tarragon and that crème fraîche and the lemon's gone all the way through it. And the inside all the way out, making that chicken taste delicious.
But such a quick and simple sauce, but does a really good job, doesn't it? As a sort of elevated dinner, elevated roast dinner, I think. This is really some French country cooking. This sauce is just made from the fat of the chicken, the juices of the chicken, and the crème fraîche and the lemon juice. So it will, and the wine, and it will sort of separate once you leave it, but just give it a little stir, and it comes back together. Couldn't resist.
Tarragon chicken, a delicious one-pot wonder.
With the best sauce in the whole land.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave us a comment. How do you like your chicken? Do you have a secret recipe? You send us in your comments what sort of recipes you've got. We may even feature your recipe on our channel.
I'm just going to drink this from the jug.
They always do that.